For years, you've walked into a Rolex boutique and seen the same thing: empty glass cases. You're told there's a years-long waitlist, that demand is just too high. But what if I told you that for years that scarcity was a carefully engineered illusion? A game designed not by Rolex in Geneva, but by the very dealers who told you to wait. A game that made them incredibly rich. Today we're pulling back the curtain on how it was done. If you appreciate the real story behind luxury, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a deep dive. The entire system was built on a foundation of plausible deniability. Rolex produces an estimated 1.2 million watches annually. They've publicly stated, "The scarcity of our products is not a strategy on our part." They claim their meticulous, hand-assembled quality naturally restricts production. But here's the catch: in the same breath, Rolex says its watches are sold exclusively from official retailers who independently manage the allocation of watches to customers. That single sentence is the key. Rolex created a market with far more demand than supply, then washed its hands of the dirty business of deciding who gets a watch. They outsourced the frustration, directing all consumer anger at the local dealer, while the brand itself floated above it all, its reputation enhanced by the overwhelming demand. So how did dealers play the game? First, you need to understand the so-called waitlist is a complete myth for the hottest models. It's not a line, it's a hierarchy. At the top are the VIPs, clients who have spent tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars on high-margin jewelry or less popular gold watches. At the very bottom are new customers and walk-ins. This created the primary tool for dealers to extract value: the bundle. The chance to buy a steel Daytona or GMT Master was used as leverage. Dealers would force you to buy other items you didn't necessarily want. A diamond necklace, a two-tone date just to be considered for the watch you actually came for. Given that the profit margin on jewelry can be much higher than the roughly 30 to 40% margin on a steel Rolex, the desirable watch just became a reward for generating massive profits for the store elsewhere. But the real money was made through a shadow supply chain. The grey market, the trade of authentic watches through unauthorized channels, is not some separate, shadowy ecosystem. It's a direct extension of the dealer network. The proof is the sheer volume of brand new, unworn Rolex models available online with warranty cards dated just days or weeks ago. A market of individuals selling their personal watches wouldn't be flooded with thousands of brand new pieces. That supply has to come from somewhere. It came from authorized dealers. The financial incentive was just too big to ignore. Take the steel Daytona. With a retail price of $15,100, it could sell on the grey market for up to $32,000. That's a premium of over 112%. For a dealer, selling that watch to a random customer at retail is like handing them a check for up to $16,900. It's economically irrational, so they found ways to capture that value themselves, either by allocating watches to VIPs they knew would flip them, or by selling directly out the back door to grey market dealers for a cut of the profit. For years, this was all forum talk and rumour. Then came the smoking gun. A lawsuit filed against CD Peacock, a major Rolex dealer in Chicago. Former employees alleged the company's management orchestrated a criminal scheme to illegally sell Rolex watches to foreign grey market resellers. The court filings were damning. They described an employee negotiating sales with resellers in Asia on social media, forging credit card receipts, and filling out warranty cards with fake names like LeBron James and Richard Mille to hide the true buyers. The lawsuit blew the lid off the entire system, transforming speculation into concrete, public allegations. This behavior created a huge problem for Rolex. Poor customer experiences were tarnishing the brand, and billions in profit were being captured by third parties. So Rolex decided to fight back. In a landmark move, they acquired Baccarat, one of the world's largest luxury watch retailers. This gives Rolex direct control over a massive network of stores, allowing them to manage the customer experience, dictate who gets a watch, and capture the full retail margin. Their second move was a direct assault on the grey market itself. The launch of Rolex's own certified pre-owned program. For the first time, Rolex is officially participating in the secondary market. By authenticating and selling their own used watches with a new warranty, they can finally capture a share of the secondary market profits they ignored for decades and offer a safe alternative for buyers. So let's recap. First, the Rolex scarcity you experienced was less about production limits and more about a system of plausible deniability that let dealers control allocation. Second, dealers leveraged this power through bundles and backdoor sales to the grey market, capturing billions in profit. And third, Rolex is now fighting to reclaim that control and profit by buying its retailers and becoming a player in the pre-owned market itself. As a quick note, this information is for entertainment and is not financial advice. The game is changing. The all-powerful dealer is being brought to heel as the brand centralizes control, but it leads to a new question. Rolex is now selling its own certified pre-owned watches, often for more than the original retail price. Is this a smart move to protect the brand, or is Rolex just becoming the ultimate grey market dealer itself? Let me know your take in the comments.